Hello, I wanted to say good morning, but I realized it might not be morning for you. It's morning for me. Tell me what time it is for you, or like what time do you normally stretch? I actually would like to know that because I can adjust my routines or create more if you guys like to do them in the evenings or in the mornings or in the afternoons, or just you do them randomly whenever you feel like it. But anyway, hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello. My name is Kayleen. Today is day 3 of our week of flexibility, and today is actually going to be more mobility. It's more mobility than flexibility, which means we're going to be moving through the stretches a bit quicker and kind of doing some almost strength-like things. You might honestly break into a tiny bit of a sweat. I'm sorry, don't say I didn't warn you. You might not. I mean, I'm the type of person that I sweat if I just look at someone working out. So that's just based on my personal opinion and self. So it's gonna be kind of yoga inspired and dance inspired. Just follow along. It's nothing crazy and complicated. So we're gonna begin kind of at the back of your mat because I want you to roll your head all the way down. We're gonna walk our hands forward, inchworm them out into a downward dog, hold for just a moment, bring them back in, roll all the way up, and we're gonna repeat that maybe 2 or 3 times. Just follow the sound of my voice and maybe watch a little bit for the first time. Starting, rolling down from the top of your head, nice and slowly, going through every single vertebrae in your spine till you hit the bottom, and then take a few steps with your hands. They're not called steps, but walk your hands out. You should be in downward dog here. We're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1, and now reverse that. Walk your hands back in toward your feet, and then slowly roll all the way up to the top. Your head should be the very last thing to reach the top, and we're gonna go back down. So rolling straight down, feeling that head coming close to your body, and all the way down. Walk those hands out. Should be in a downward facing dog now. Heels pressing down toward the floor, palms pressing down into the floor, and we're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1, and walk it back in. We're gonna do all of that one more time. So first we gotta roll all the way up, get to our starting position, and your head is the last thing to reach the top, and we're gonna go all the way back down. Make sure that you're breathing here. Walk those hands all the way out. Really press into the floor here. Take one deep breath in. And then as you exhale, walk those hands all the way back up to your feet. And let's roll up for the very last time. This time, bring your arms up and out, the sides of your body all the way up. And then bring it forward and down, touch your toes again. Actually lied, we are gonna walk our hands out one more time. So walk those hands out to a downward facing dog. Really press through the floor here. Maybe scoot your feet back a little bit if you want. Push those hips up into the air. And from here, I want you to rock forward into a plank position. We're only gonna hold for just a second. Then we're gonna turn to one side. So turn over so you're on your left shoulder. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down to a plank. We're gonna hold here in the center for 3, 2, 1, and switch over to the other side, reaching that arm nice and long up into the air. My left arm is up in the sky, my right arm is planted down into the earth. And then I'm gonna bring that left arm all the way back down into my plank. Go ahead and push those hips up and back into downward dog. And then from here, back into your plank. We're gonna do all of that one more time. So you're gonna bring that right arm up towards the sky. Maybe try and look at it this time, reaching even longer through those fingertips, and then bringing it back down to your plank. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and switch to the other side. Reach that left arm up towards the sky. Look at those fingers, and come back down into a plank, and shoot those hips back into downward dog. Let's go forward back into our plank just for one more second, I promise, and then we're gonna just slowly lower ourselves down however you need to. So you can press your chest up into the air. Thinking of the top of your head, the crown of your head, lifting up towards the ceiling or the sky, nice and long. Try and feel some separation between each of the vertebrae in your spine. So stretching even longer, pushing through those hands. And now let's push back into everyone's favorite, or my favorite, child's pose. Stretch out that back for just a moment and relax those arms. You can put that forehead down onto the floor, palms down into the floor, really relax into it. Settle down for a second. Deep breath in. And big exhale out. One more deep breath in here. And breathe out. And we're gonna come up onto all fours here. Hands should be stacked right underneath your shoulders. You're in a neutral spine here, and then we're gonna do some cat-cows. So go ahead and bring your head up to the sky. Release that chest as well. And then switch it. Contract the belly in, bring the head down and look towards your belly button. And let's do that again, looking up towards the sky. And reversing that, shrinking that core in, belly button up to your spine, head going towards your belly button. And one more time, head goes up towards the sky. And then we bring that tail down, head goes looking toward our belly button. And then let's just come to a neutral spine here. We're gonna do a little bit of hip opening and a little bit of core work. So first I just want you to keep both hands planted into the floor and slowly reach your right leg up behind you, keeping your entire body still, only your leg is coming up. Bring it in toward your chest, so you're bending it in towards your elbows, actually, and then shooting it back on up behind you. Remember, we're keeping our spine neutral here. Let's do that again. Bring that leg in towards your belly button, and then shoot it back out behind you. Last time, a little quicker here. Bring it in towards your elbows, and shoot it all the way back up. Place it back down. We're gonna do that on the other side. So left leg shoots up behind you, straighten it out, and bring it in towards your elbows. I keep kicking my plant, poor plant. Straighten it all the way back out behind you. Let's do that again. Bring it in towards your chest, and straighten it out behind you. One last time, leg comes in towards your elbows, then straightens back out, and then let's put it right back down behind us. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but this time you're gonna bring up your opposite arm. So go ahead and extend your right leg out and bring your left arm up. Bring it in, touch that elbow to the knee, and then bring it all the way back out. Let's do that again 2 more times. Into the elbow. Nice long lengthening out. One more time. Knee to elbow, crunch it in, feel that core contract, and extend it out. Place it back down. Adjust your feet and make sure that you have a neutral spine, and let's do the other side. Here we go, reaching left leg out and right arm up. Contracting it in, elbow to knee. Straighten it out. Feel nice and long through those fingertips, and back in. Bend and contract. One more, straighten it all the way out. And place it back down next to you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out, and let's pick our toes up off the floor, straighten out into a downward facing dog. From here, adjust yourself as you need to so that you can pick up your right leg. Oops, I'm really kicking my plant here. I have to adjust a lot. Pick your right leg up into the air. Keep it up here for just a moment. Bring it forward in toward your chest, bending it in, and then shooting it all the way up and back out. Let's do that again. Bring it in towards your chest, shooting it up and back out. One last time, bring it in towards your chest. And this time, see if you can bring it into a nice lunge here. And with this lunge, slowly work your way so that you can have both hands up on your front knee. I am feeling my heart rate going up right now. Here, I want you to squeeze your glute muscles, press those hips forward, and still think nice and long through the top of your head. Can you bring your arms up above? And then here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna straighten our front leg up and then bend it back down. Again, straighten that front leg up, bend it back down. 3 more times. Straighten it up, bend it back down. 2 more, straighten it up, bend it back down. Last one, straighten it up, bend it back down, and this time you can relax. Put your hands on the floor if you want. You can drop your back knee as well. And if you want to go all the way down to your elbows, this is the time to do so. Really stretch out the front of that hip. Make sure you're breathing here and letting that oxygen flow to your muscles. A couple more breaths here. And I want you to straighten your front leg out. Don't sit all the way back yet, but you should be kind of in this halfway back position. Front leg is straight, my right leg is straight. Deep breath in. See if as you exhale this next time, you can maybe work yourself a little bit closer down to that front leg. Try that one more time. Deep breath in. Breathe out. See if you can come a little bit closer down. And now let's sit all the way back onto that back leg. We're not going to hold here very long, but just stretch it out for a second. All right, slowly work yourself all the way back through into nice lunge. Stretch that back leg nice and long. And then we're gonna take that right leg, or whichever foot you have in front, push it back into a plank, and then shoot it up into downward dog. We're gonna repeat that sequence on the other side. So you wanna lift up your left leg up into the air. Bring it in towards your chest. Do that again, up into the air, and then in towards your chest. One more time, up in the air. Bring it forward, and this time, place it into a lunge. I really need to move my plant so I don't keep hitting it. But I want you to come up, put those hands up on your front knee, squeezing those glutes. Thinking nice and long through the top of your head. You should have energy through that back leg as well. And we're gonna do our little straightens up. So all you're doing is straightening the front leg up. First, we need to bring our arms up into the air. So straighten those out right by your ears. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. Straighten up, bring it down. Straighten up, bring it down. 3 more. Straighten it up, bring it down. 2, down. Last one, up on 1, down. You can drop it all the way down now, hands down. You can drop your knee, you can drop to your elbows. Really stretch out that hip. Okay, let's take a little sit back onto that back leg, straightening out the front. My left is straight. My back is nice and long, and I'm reaching down towards the floor, towards my leg, trying to get in as close as I can. Deep breath in. And breathe out and try and pull yourself down a little further. Another deep breath in. Pull yourself closer. And sit all the way back onto that back leg. Deep breaths here. And let's come all the way back up. Slowly into our lunge. This time, instead of pushing through a plank, I just want you to turn toward the front into my favorite little Spider-Man stretch here. Keeping my heel down on the floor, my left heel. Right leg is straight out to the side. We're gonna hold here for a couple more seconds, and then if you wanna place your hands on the floor and help yourself over to push to the other side, you can do that. And let's stretch this side for a couple of breaths. If you want to make it extra challenging, take your hands off the floor and switch it to the other side. And we're going to do that switch one more time in 3, 2, 1, switch. Nice. Go ahead and take a little seat down on the floor. Legs straight out in front of you. Big reach up toward the sky. And then fold forward over those toes, over those knees. Another deep breath in. Try and pull yourself a bit closer as you exhale. And as I kind of mentioned in the beginning, thinking of having some length in that spine, some air between each of the vertebrae. Vertebrae? What's the correct singular version of that? Okay, from here, slowly roll yourself up. Grab onto your right leg with your left hand. Pull it up into the sky. Keeping that back really nice and long. You can also stretch out your opposite arm to get a little chest opening. Back is tall. You're pulling that leg up towards the sky. And place it back down. Let's do the other leg now. Same thing. Opposite arm grabs the opposite leg. My other hand reaches across. I'm sitting tall. And relax it down. I'm gonna face you so we can do a little pretzel here. Crossing one leg over the other. Little glute stretch. Stretch forward. It's funny, I feel like I don't really appreciate this stretch as much until I've just done leg day, particularly like hamstrings and glutes like I did yesterday, because this feels really good right now. And bad, like it hurts, but in a good way, Okay, let's uncross, switch those legs, cross the other leg on top, and reach forward. Okay, uncross. Let's open our legs out to straddle. We're not gonna spend too much time here, but go ahead and take a big reach over to one side. And then twist your entire body so that you're facing your leg. Make sure that both of your hips are down on the floor right now. So both of the bones in your bottom should be touching the floor. Well, there are more bones than just two, but you know what I mean, both sides. And I want you to reach toward the inside of your leg to a diagonal, keeping those knees looking up towards the sky or the ceiling, so turning out the legs. And then circle all the way around and back up. We're gonna do that to the other side. So nice long, big reach. Stretch out the side of the body, and then turn and face that leg, nose to knee. Reach in toward the diagonal inside your leg. Check on your hips, make sure they're placed on the floor. And then let's circle around and up. Now we're gonna take a nice reach forward. So slowly walk your hands forward. Go down as far as you can. Take a breath in. Then as you exhale, come a little bit further down to the floor. And slowly bring those legs, walk those hands all the way back up. Shake out those legs a little bit. We're gonna finish this out with a couple of pigeons. So we're gonna do a pigeon pose on the right leg first. I'm gonna bring my right leg in, straighten out the back leg. If you wanna get into a sleeping pigeon and bring your arms down, put that head down on the floor, go right ahead. Make sure that back leg is right behind you, it's not out to the side. And you're pressing your right hip down into the floor. Couple more breaths here. Okay, coming up. What I actually want you to do now is bend your back leg in. So you're sitting in this little Z position. And then I want you to slowly bend those knees in and try and switch it to the other side. And we're gonna do that again a couple of times. So you're in a little Z sit. You wanna bend those knees, pick them up. It might be sticky and tough, but that's the mobility aspect of this here. Switch it to the other side. Let's do that 2 more times. Up and over. Apologies if you can hear this plane flying over my house right now. I'm right by an airport. Switch those knees over to the other side. Ooh, it's very sticky for me today. Very last time, switch it over. You should end up on your left side now. And then straighten that back leg out into your pigeon. I'm gonna go straight down into sleeping pigeon. Good night, guys. This pigeon is sleeping. I wish, but actually no. It's time to start the day. Deep breaths. Relax into the floor. Release all the tension in your back, in your forehead. Let that front hip sink even deeper down. Take an inhale in. As you exhale, start to bring yourself back up. And just kind of shake your legs out here. Of course, if you want, you can dive into maybe doing your splits, doing some other flexibility work. But this is where our stretch is gonna end for today. I hope you liked the little bit of mobility that I incorporated in there. I could do more stuff like this in the future. If y'all enjoyed it, just let me know. Always leave me comments. I try to respond to as many people as I can. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or start to your day. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video if you enjoyed it. And I hope to have you back for my next video. Bye!